What is up guys, Wolfgang here. So today I want to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. Now I've been using it for about 3 months now and I have some thoughts I want to share. So let's get into it. Now real quick, Samsung is not sponsoring this video. I bought this tablet with my own money, so my thoughts are my thoughts alone. Going into design and durability, this tablet is beautiful. Now I do have to get it out of this thick cover and the screen might wobble, or the video might wobble a bit, sorry about that. This tablet is amazingly beautiful. So it doesn't even really fit my video, my goodness. Yeah, I can't really make it can't get the camera further, but the point is this tablet is really beautiful. It's a really thin chassis, really wide I guess, so I find it amazingly beautiful. Durability is when it starts to get a little bit complicated. As you can see, I have a fairly thick cover on my tablet, and that is because of my past experiences with the Tab S9 Ultra. And video over here. Although it is a beautiful tablet, it does suffer from some durability issues, because as it's so thin and so massive, if it falls without a cover, it will get damaged, period. It'll get a dent on any of the corners, it'll get a scratch on the back, it'll crack the screen depending on where and how it falls. I recommend getting a good cover for it unless you're certain you have, either you pay for an insurance for the device or you're extremely confident that you won't drop it. I sometimes use this to watch videos while laying down right before going to bed, so I really needed a thicker cover to protect everything I could. The screen this tablet has is insane. I don't have a better screen than this one. This is my #1 screen for all purposes, for video watching, for movie watching, for TV show watching. I'm loading up a video here so you can kind of see it. So this is my Kimura video, just recently released it, and I highly recommend to give it a watch. These IMs are amazing. But the point is, this screen is insanely good. It is a really large screen. I forgot the aspect ratio, I believe it's 16:10 for this device, so 16:9 content fills it in so nicely. You get so much screen real estate, it's beautiful. And then you can even, I'll raise the brightness so you kind of get an idea, but this thing looks amazing from all angles for any type of content. For example, the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse movie, I watched it in movie theaters first, and after that I said I'm not watching it again until it's on any sort of streaming service or rental service on my tablet, because this tablet makes everything look insanely good. Now, that depends on the person, of course. Some people do prefer more neutral, more director-intended colors, which I guess you could switch it to natural, the color profile on the device. But for me personally, I love saturation. Saturated colors look amazing to me, and I don't really care about it being accurate. So for me, this tablet in the default, I believe it's vivid screen type mode or color type mode, is exactly what I'm looking for, and it looks amazing. So I'm really happy with this screen, and it's the reason I bought an S9 Ultra after having the S8 Ultra. And real quick note there, I wouldn't have bought it if my S8 didn't crack, but well, here we are. Now for battery life, it has good battery life. I'd say it's a little bit less than last year's in terms of battery life. It feels like it lasts a little bit less than the S8 Ultra, but it's still more than enough. So I feel like I get about 11 hours of screen on time, something like that, with downloaded content. And the charging is 45 watts in comparison to my Z Fold 5 video over here on the 3 months. But the point is that this thing gets really great battery life, and you can charge it up really quickly with the 45 watt charging. And in comparison to other phones, this thing does maintain about 41 watts constantly for a really long time. So you are getting a lot, or most of what you pay for the 45 watt charging. Some extras I bought the Samsung keyboard attachment, which is still extremely overpriced. I wouldn't really recommend this for most people, but I love it when I'm on the go. So yeah, you know who you are if you want it. It has really thin keys, like to press them in, they're really thin. It's really expensive, so that's why I don't recommend it to most people. But if you really love keyboards while on the go that, attach to your tablet and give it some sort of protection, this is it. This is the only one really, so really great keyboard. I also bought the Spigen, I believe it's ThinFit Pro. And of course, these attachments are really large, so they don't really fit in camera. But this thing is kind of like my replacement cover for while I'm using the keyboard because of this detachable piece at the bottom. So if you want to use it just as a cover, you can put this in there and it'll cover all the edges, still leave the screen exposed. However, when you want to use the keyboard, you can detach this. So the bottom piece is exposed, so you do have to keep that in mind, but you can attach the keyboard there or any of the magnetic attachments for the tablet and it'll work perfectly. So huge plus, huge win for Spigen with this case. And the last generation for the Tab S9 Ultra had some issues with the S Pen, where in the corners it would stop to read. I saw a couple of videos about that. This one doesn't have that issue anymore, so this is a go for anyone wanting to use the S Pen with this cover. The price of this is fairly expensive. I believe it's $1,200. I highly recommend to buy this on a deal or trade in a device, because Samsung has really good trade-in deals. Like I say in basically all my Samsung videos, I highly recommend it because it is very expensive. It is worth it, like I said, if you enjoy the saturation, the colors, and the size of this screen. So you can go test it out somewhere in a Best Buy or something before you buy it to give it a try. I think it's worth it. I highly recommend to use a deal though, like a trade-in. I bought it with my Fold 5, so I got a pretty good discount on it. I bought it for around $800. Really great price for this tablet. Some annoyances I have, really minor ones, is that this is still not a laptop replacement for me. It's fairly close, but not yet. Dex doesn't feel as smooth to me as Windows does. So, and that might be just because I'm not used to it, but the point is it's not there for me. Now, of course, missing some professional apps is quite a bummer for some users. For example, if I could use Premiere Pro here, it might start to become a laptop replacement, but I don't know that because it's not there. There are some apps like LumaFusion and Adobe Rush that do work on the tablet. I have edited some videos on here, but it's just not the same. I do miss all the shortcuts and the UI, everything. I just prefer Premiere Pro, so it's not a replacement. And lastly, it is a tablet, so it has better portability than some laptops, like gamer laptops. But we are talking about a 14.6-inch tablet. Like, it doesn't even fit in my what's it called? My preview, the video. So yeah, keep it in mind. It's a heavy-ish tablet. It's a large tablet, so it's not exactly the most portable. For portability, I'd recommend the S9 normal because it's a lot smaller, or an iPad mini, something like that. But this is not for portability. The purpose of this one is content watching, normally at home or while commuting. I want the best experience I can get, and I have a large backpack. So as a conclusion, this thing is my content watching machine, and it's also my video scripting device. This is where I script out most of my videos. I have my notes in OneNote, but here's where I write them, normally with a keyboard attachment, and it's amazing for that. And it is an amazing tablet for anything you want to throw at it, except portability perhaps, but like I said, it's not really the purpose of buying an Ultra. So I really highly recommend this tablet to anyone. If you have an S8 Ultra, however, do not upgrade if it still works. It's pretty much the same tablet, but for anyone else with older tablets or without a tablet, this is amazing. I really love it. So yeah, that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to watch more videos like this when they're released, you'll have to click on the bell icon. And leave any comments of any questions you have, any thoughts, anything you want to bring up. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day.